Congratulations! You have found WrestleShoot, hosted by the Wild Thing Rob Wilds and the ladies' man Chris Casanova. Combined, we have 40 years of wrestling experience, and we're here to share those experiences, stories, and knowledge with you over the podcast airwaves. We'll be joined by friends of ours from time to time to share their stories and experiences with you as well. So climb aboard the crazy train we call WrestleShoot. We know how to do it, and we do it real well. Oh, hello, my lovelies. Welcome to another episode of WrestleShoot. Conspicuous by his absence, the man who is usually right here on the front lines fighting the good fight with me, Mr. Chris Casanova, is not going to be joining us tonight. Also conspicuous by his absence is the normal creepy Jim, the world famous creepy Jimmy. I think it's very obvious. They're both saying that they're under the weather, but clearly they just passed each other's aids back and forth to each other a few more times. So in tribute to them,
be sure that you see that this is not HIV. Full morning, but really full morning. I'm sorry, I wish it was something less serious. But it ain't. You've got the AIDS.
That was a tribute to my co-host Chris Casanova and the world's famous, the creepiest guy I've ever known, Mr. Jimmy Castle. So although I'm alone today, I'm not really alone because as I promised you guys, we have a guest coming on today. He is somebody in the midget wrestling community. He's the booker from MCW, and he's going to be coming on right now to hang out with us for the rest of the show. I guess he's my co-host for the episode. Let's bring on Bulldog Buddy Wilson. What's up, brother?
What's going on, Rob? How you doing, buddy?
Shit, I can't complain, but nobody would listen anyway.
That's what I always say, man.
I mean, look at this. My co-hosts no-showed me because they're both feeling sick. They both got a touch of the flu, a little act up of the AIDS is what I'm saying.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, as you remember from the last time you were on WrestleShoot, we are just not fucking censored at all. So
ain't nothing wrong with that, man.
Well, what's up, man?
It helps you weed out the snowflakes out there.
What's that?
It helps you weed out the snowflakes.
Yeah, fuck them. Joke them if they can't take a fuck.
Exactly.
So what's new since last time we talked, brother? How's MCW coming along?
Well, actually, MCW has, since the company has disbanded and it shut down due to Johnny G passing away. We reformed, and we are now Micro Wrestling All Stars is the name of the company.
Okay, all right. Yeah, we all figured since after we heard about Johnny going that they were just gonna kind of dissolve it, and we dissolved the company down. Some behind the scenes stuff, legal matters, whatnot. It took place. So what we did, we just said fuck it. We got in contact with another guy. His name's Dan Quall, and he used to do stuff with ECW back in the day. Very good guy, very good connection. And he was like, "Hey," he goes, "let's start up, Micro Wrestling All Stars." And we're there, same crew. We're back with him. We have a couple guys that they're doing the 9-to-5ers, and some have home lives, have children and stuff. So we're there. The family's around. You know what I mean? Nice.
So we're doing good. Then back in June of this year, 2022, I actually retired from in-ring competition.
Right. Yeah, we were talking about that last time that you were just about to hang them up. But you know what I say? Well, the same thing I said to you last time. You don't ever really hang them up.
Nah, I hung the boots up. They're hanging there collecting dust. But like Undertaker said, never say never. I still got one more match. It's just a matter of when and how I'm gonna do it. But still one more match I want before I say I'm done.
That's what I liked about Ventura's comment. They said, "Hey, do you got one more match left in you?" He said, "Well, that depends on how many zeros you're behind the decimal point."
That too, yeah, that too. But there's one more match out there. The guy knows.
Buddy, I keep telling you, we're not going to do this. I'm not going to fight you. I love you too much.
Nah, the guy knows who I want. He knows I want one more match with him, and it's going to be a hardcore match. I mean, it's going to be a death match, but not a death match. You know what I mean? It's going to be a gruesome match. By the time we both walk out, we're going to leave everything in the ring. And
that is who?
Huh?
Then that's who?
That who's going to be Bronx Thug.
Is that right?
Yeah, me and him, we've been doing this together for a long time. We've wrestled each other, we've tagged together, and things of that nature. And I know he'll go that extra mile that I want to go one last time. I'm just waiting until he's ready to do it.
It's funny how many guys over on your side of the line I talk to say they want to have one more match with Samson. And I like Samson. I think he's a hell of an entertainer. But come on, man. What about Todd Stone? What about Pitbull Patterson? What about some of the really great technical wrestlers out there?
Yeah, Todd Stone, he's been long since retired for a while. Pitbull Patterson has been retired for a long time. Samson, I don't care for his work. Good guy, cool cat and everything. I've talked with him. I've worked with him and everything. I don't care for his style. If old school guys, POD, I'm getting ready to go work with him next week up in Michigan at Blue Water Championship Wrestling. I'm actually being inducted into Blue Water's elite class of 2022 next week up in Port Huron, Michigan. That was announced a couple weeks ago. So
I gotta say, POD's the shit, man.
He's definitely one of the godfathers of micro wrestling. Ain't no doubt about it. I mean, he created the first ever all micro company outside of the Bloody Midgets, as they called it, which was established way back when. But in 2001, POD created a Micro Wrestling Federation.
Yep. What's up? What up, Mickey?
Hey, Mickey, how you doing?
And by the way, give a shout out to Benny and James, who also typed up. Listen, guys, if you're typing in any of the groups that we're broadcasting on, that's not the Antisocial homepage, we might not be able to see your post come through. Just FYI. So just jump on over to the Antisocial Network page and hop on and chat with us. Anyway, moving on.
But POD started in all the all micro stuff in 01, and ever since then, man, it's just companies just been picking up left and right by this person, that person, this person, and then when POD retired, he didn't really retire, but he sold his company in I think 05 is when he sold Micro Wrestling Federation.
Yeah, something like that.
And then he went on to work, independence and stuff like that. And he just recently retired right before COVID, I think.
Right.
He finally hung his boots up. So.
Yeah, I think last time I talked to him was probably like a month before last time I talked to you. So it's been a while for him as well.
Oh, okay. Yeah, hell of a guy, man. I said, I'll see him next week.
Well, shit, tell him WrestleShoot says hi and get his ass back on the show.
Oh, well, I definitely will. I'll let him know.
I know.
I'll have him shoot you a message on Facebook.
Well, yeah, but he's somewhere in that 5,000 friends list. I just can't find anybody anymore.
Yeah, just look up Chris Gurry.
All right, Chris, you heard it here first. I talk to Chris all the time. I just wanted to put him over and get you to say his real name, but I always called him Geyer.
Geyer.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can call Guy or Geary, however you want to say it. I just call him old man. I'm like, what's up, old man?
I love that guy.
And we're working, as bad as the reason why I retired because a lot of nerve damage in my back, and we both walk with canes now.
Yeah.
So I go, all right, POD, when we go do the cane match. He goes,
yeah,
no,
I did
never
a show
again.
out in Pittsburgh with Old Dwarf. He wrestled the Sun, of course, and we had like Doink in and some other guys. It was a fun little time we had out there in Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
Hang on a second. Yo, Mickey, don't get involved in this one. Jimmy Castle is, in fact, a pussy. Just look at his mouth and tell me it doesn't look just like a sideways twat. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Love you, Jimmy. Even though you have AIDS, I still love you. I'm never gonna see. It's double fucked up because Jimmy was recently diagnosed with throat cancer. So now I can call him a shit. We lost him. I'm gonna save the joke. I'm gonna save the fucking joke. What's up, Benny? Hey, you might be able to appreciate this. Coming to the Antisocial Network, we're gonna have JD Stevens come in. She's a stand-up comedian out in California, and she's bringing her unique podcast over to the Antisocial Network called I Fucked Up, and It's Gonna Be Okay. So I'm looking forward to getting that aired out. The Butcher is going to be coming back, and hopefully by next week, Chris and Jimmy will be over there. They got to take some Robitussin to get rid of that AIDS. You know what I mean? Anybody know what I mean? Anybody? Nothing? What's up, brother? I was just filling up the time, plugging some shows and doing some dumb jokes.
There you go, yeah.
No respect, I tell you. These
the damn dumb joke is me
away.
trying to use a cell phone here is what the dumb joke is. Damn it, hit the wrong button.
See, Jesus, leave it to you. So, speaking of Samson, just to let you know how he is a little bit sloppy, right? Samson's a little bit sloppy.
Oh, yeah.
I approach him, before a show, and he does this little lariat drop kick, between the middle and bottom rope. Bam, hard as shit, dude. I almost fell, and I went, what the fuck? And he's like, oh, yeah, I slipped. These ropes are a little slippery. Wait a minute, I was way down here when you said that. Did you say the ropes are a little fucking slippery? So this was back when WrestleShoot was still a television show. And me and Porter were interviewing Samson after the show at this show that we both worked on. So he was in the semi and I was in the main, and I was disheveled, man. And I grabbed this guy Warpath's shirt just to throw it on real quick, thinking it was mine. But this dude is like 6'8". He's like 350 pounds, rock hard, giant Indian. So now I'm wearing this giant sail of a shirt, and I have to run and get on camera. Hair's all sticking up, and I'm still sweaty. So we finally, Dan finally goes, what are you going to book me to come out there and wrestle in NorCal again? And I was like, what am I going to book you? You kicked me in the beginning of the night for no reason, and it hurt my feelings. And you kick and your words, they hurt me. I'm damaged. So no, I'm never going to book you again. Go fuck yourself. And he was like, oh, come on. If I promise to never kick you again, will you book me? So yeah, if you promise on TV never to kick me, I'll book you. It was fine. I'll never kick you. And then he jumped up and gave me a punch, knocked me out of my chair. Stiff as shit. And I followed him around, and then he does his "it's midget time" into the camera. Yeah. And the guy said cut, but they didn't quite cut. So the very end of that tape, you can hear me on the ground going, oh, I fell on my keys. Fucking outtakes and qualities, man. We do the dumbest shit that we look back on later and realize actually made it on TV. We go, oi.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, especially YouTube. YouTube is a bastard.
Oh, yeah. I talked to some of these dudes from way back in the old days, and they're like, damn, brother, it's lucky that they didn't have those kinds of cell phones and YouTubes and shit back in our glory day, man.
Oh, man.
In jail.
Yeah, I could imagine.
Yeah, pretty rough shit. It's not like you never went out and got up to no good after a shizo.
Plead the fifth.
What's that?
How did I plead the fifth?
Plead the fifth. People only plead the fifth when they're guilty. That's the only time.
Yeah, that's me.
Yeah, right.
I know my other half is about probably about 50 feet from me. Yeah, ain't telling no stories. Yeah,
exactly. She got the rolling pin in her hand.
I ain't no rolling pin. She just got that hand. I ain't trying to get knocked out.
The big fist, the big brick.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I don't want no potato from her.
Oh, by the way, for you guys who are watching, and I said I'd mention it. Next week, we're doing a new concept. Once before, you guys remember we had a whole bunch of fans come on here and just wanted to talk about what the wrestling business meant to them. But we're going to have a bunch of indie wrestlers come on now, talk about what wrestling means to them, how it's changed their lives. And on top of that, we have one non-wrestler coming who can equally relate to what wrestling has meant in his life, and that's the son of old Mr. Wonderful. We're bringing on Travis Orndorff, so that's going to be cool.
Oh wow!
Yeah, you should log in. What's up, Jessica?
I definitely will.
Thanks for joining us.
That's my wife.
It's always nice to have a lady present. Ooh, a lady.
Yeah, that's the wife there.
So she's sitting off in the background scaring you, but then she's chiming in on the text going, "Don't fuck around, dude."
Exactly, yeah. She's got some stories where she's went on the road with me to travel to indie companies, do shows and stuff. She's got some road stories also.
Well, damn, I want to hear some of her stories too, since you don't want to tell any of yours.
I got some stories I could tell. I mean, all depends, I got indie road stories. I got some micro road stories.
Pick what stands out to you as the funniest one.
We got this probably 2013, 2014. I was on my way. We were on our way out to Las Vegas. It was myself, Bronx Thug, Marty the Half Pint Party, and Harley Anderson and his buddy. We were driving. We had a adult entertainment like expo, I guess you want to call it,
nice.
Or something like that.
Good stuff.
It was in Las Vegas. So we were traveling from Wilmington, North Carolina to Las Vegas.
Oh.
In a old ass Dodge 16-passenger van.
Oh yeah.
We were carrying all the ring. We carried the ring, which was a 12x12, all the lumber, the steel, our luggage, our merchandise, everything. And we're just, I looked at Harley. I said, "You think this van's going to do it?" He goes, "Well, one way to find out." All right. I said, once we get out west, it's all desert, right? There ain't no gas station every, 2 miles. And he goes, "That will be all right." Okay. Well, we get to rolling. Just get outside North Carolina. Boom, blow a tire. Harley.
Dragging a ring.
Yeah, Harley. No, we wasn't dragging it. It was in the van with us.
Oh,
we strategically, basically, yeah. We strategically could place the ring, the merch, and everything inside this van where it'd go underneath the seats and stuff. It was fucking weird, man. The matting, the padding, everything. It was fucking awesome how we did it. So like I said, boom, blow a tire. So there's one. I remember Harley just looking in the rearview mirror at me. I put my headphones back on, and we get a hotel, whatever that night. Wake up next day, I look at Harley. I said, "Well, your one, did you buy any more tires, or you just buy one?" He goes, "I'll just replace that one." It's gonna be a long fucking week.
I know, right? Looking at your clock, holy shit. Mickey, just to answer a quick question, Mickey. Chris is out with AIDS this week, along with Jimmy Castle. They'll be back next week. Continue.
So I didn't even see that question. But hey, like I said, we got a strolling across through there. We probably made it close to St. Louis. Boom! There goes another tire. All right, well, you replaced that one. So now we got 2 brand new tires in the back, which is where all the weight is. And we got these 2 old crusty ass tires up front. All right, so this van's gonna steer us straight to hell when one of those tires blow because now all this weight's back here. This is what's going through my mind. You lose a steering tire, all hell's about to break loose. But, yeah, especially when you're on a highway rolling 65, 70 mile an hour.
Now, how much does the 12-foot ring weigh?
About 4,000 pounds. By the time you put everything with all the lumber and everything on it,
right.
And we were using planks, not plywood.
That's the way to go, man.
Oh yeah, it is. It's the way to go. But yeah, that's what we were using. We were using planks on there and stuff like that. So altogether, about 4,000 pounds. That's just a ring by itself. That's not, the cables, the ropes, the fucking merchandise, our personal bags, plus our asses in there too.
Plus you, yeah.
At the time, hell, I was going 200 pounds at the time myself. So there's a lot of weight going in this, old ass van. I remember we stopped at the Arch, St. Louis, checked it out, kept rolling. We finally made it probably about 6 hours outside of Vegas. And Harley's like, yeah, he's making fun. He's like, yeah. He goes, every time we turn around, boom. He's saying, boom. And we're just like, Harley, you want to quit messing around? Next thing you know, you're the engine.
Oh, shit, son.
Oh, dude, his fucking face. He just lights up and he instantly, I'm sitting in the passenger, he just looks at me. He's like, not a fucking word. I'm like, huh? I'm like, I didn't even do anything. He goes, not even a word. I don't want to hear it. So we finally, he gets out off to the side of the road. He gets out and I open the door. I said, well, fuck it. We're already stuck out in the desert. Boom, huh?
Boom, motherfucker.
Yeah, exactly. I said, that's what your ass get for making fun of it.
I know.
So,
hey, dude, karma's a son of a bitch, but it bit you all in the ass.
Oh man, that bitch got us too. Right on, dude. Literally, we were on the side of the road. And we were in the middle of the desert. There ain't no stores around. You look out and you just see flat. I'm like, man, I saw this in a movie once. They didn't make it.
They didn't get to the end of the road.
No, they didn't make it to the end of the movie. So he's like, well, I gotta. Looks like I gotta walk and find a store or something. Come to find out, it was the ignition coil pack that went out.
Oh, well,
so when a coil pack went out, so what it did, it basically loaded up and it did a backfire.
Right, and then shut off.
Yeah, they shut off on him. So we come to find out that's what it was. So he starts walking, trying to find town or whatever. There was a town a little ways up the road. And we're rest of us, we're just sitting there, we're fucking dying. It's hot out. We got the door open, Luckily we had a full cooler. And literally about 5 hours later, here come Harley back. And he found somebody to give him the ride. And they brought him back and put the part on everything. We come rolling into Vegas. It took us about 4 days to get there. But we come rolling into Vegas, man. I'll tell you what, it was one of the longest trips of my life. But it was funny, just he was sitting up there, boom, huh? Boom. And next thing you know, bang. He just instantly looked. I said, yeah, don't say shit.
He was waiting for that ball busting.
Oh, yeah. Oh, dude, once we got into Vegas, me and Bronx lit his ass up. It got so bad he bought an extra room just so we didn't have to bunk with him. He goes, I don't care. This wasn't in the budget. He goes, this come out of my personal money. He goes, you two get your own damn room. I don't even want to see y'all the whole week we're here. I was like, shit, you ain't gonna tell me twice.
Just be there on time for the work.
No, well, yeah, we didn't really have to work. We were there as an expo because the booker we had at the time, his name's Lenny Panaro. He was basically expoing his mail review. But when he would expose mail review, he would also sell the midget wrestling with it. So he wanted us there to be exposed. So, but it was cool though. I mean, we got to walk around, see some stuff that a lot of people don't get to see.
That a lot of people shouldn't see.
Yeah, well, no, yeah, you should see it, but a lot of people don't get that chance in their lifetime to see. We got to watch Mike Jones perform. One of the most terriblest performances I ever saw in my life. I see now why he was only a one hit wonder. But it was a good time, man. We had a blast in Vegas. Me and Bronx did.
I'll tell you, dude, I wrestled on a show that had music. It was at a state fair, and the big headlining music act was Herman's Hermits. So through that day, we had to be there all day. I heard Henry VIII like 12 fucking times. Like, that's the song that people wanted to hear. The Mrs. Jones, you got a lovely daughter. No, we don't care about that. Sing Henry VIII, goddammit. So he just kept jamming that. But he was the coolest dude, man. Cool.
Hell yeah, dude.
But your ring story makes me laugh, because I remember last time I booked Patterson on one of my shows. I had to show up there to the venue, to the town the day before to get set up. So I had some of my crew. I said, you guys grab the ring. You guys go grab Patterson from the airport and then head on out there. So when they show up in only one Bronco-like SUV with the ring in tow behind it. Boy, Patterson jumps out of the car and he runs up to me. He goes, we have to talk right fucking now. I'm like, oh, okay. He's like, dude, the whole ride from the airport, that ring trailer was swinging. The truck was rock. Did he tell you about this? Because he told everybody about this.
I know what story you're talking about. Yep.
I wish
so now I can put a face. Now I can put a face with the story. I got it.
I'll tell the fans. And
he thought he was gonna die.
Dude, he said, come hell or high water, motherfucker, I'm not getting back in that car when we go to the airport. I'll buy my own plane ticket out of San Francisco. That's where Samson was flying out from. I was like, no, wait, stop. Hold on. We got this under control. And now he might have ran around and goes, dude, Rob Wells guys almost killed me on the way to his show. But that son of a bitch made a ridiculous amount of money from me.
I'll bet.
So he better fucking, Patterson, when you tell that story, tell the whole story, man. Quit making me look bad. You little bastard.
He told me the whole story. He told me the truck pulled up and get him. And he said, dude, he goes, I didn't even know. He goes, I ain't never been picked up from an airport with a fucking ring being towed behind it.
Being towed, right?
Yeah, he was like, he goes, you talking about some carny shit. I said, all right, man. I said, sometimes you got to do what you got to do. I said, I can honestly say, I ain't never been picked up with one of those. I said, but it is what it is.
I was fucking hot, man. This girl was supposed to get him. And just the two of them right on down from the airport, the hour and a half to Modesto, and the ring truck was going to come separate. And I guess the girl powdered. Nobody told me. It's not funny, Rick Kyle. It's really fucking funny. But it's not.
That's funny.
It's not funny to me because it made me look like a cunt. So.
Oh, yeah. That's exactly how talent goes straight to the booker and hey, what the hell just happened here?
Yeah.
This is gonna get fixed on the way back out.
I upgraded his hotel. But then that little bastard probably also didn't tell you that when we went to the radio station to promote it that day, he sat in that booth busting ass the whole time. Little son of a bitch. And they were rancid farce, dude. They were like,
we always do shit like that. Okay. Because you ain't gonna say nothing.
I did the whole time.
You're just gonna sit there and take it.
Not me. On the radio, I was like, oh my God, did that smell just come out of your body? Jesus Christ, dude, you're not gonna make it. There's something wrong with you. Like, I fired back. But that's why we got along so well. And we had fun in there. Like Jimmy Snuka was sitting in the studio too. He just got up and walked out.
Oh, okay, brother. Let me borrow smoke, brother.
Do enough for me, brother. What good down there? Bye-bye now.
Let me get a smoke, brother. I know you got one.
Oh, God. Me and Snuka had a real big fight not too long before the end of his days. It was just some dumb shit. And thank God we got to make up. Because for all the Snuka haters out there who want to bitch that he should have
gone that, man.
When he was re-indicted on some young cunt of the DA trying to cut his teeth on Snuka's ass. Man, fuck that guy and fuck you guys for pretending you know anything about the man or the situation that happened when his girlfriend did die. You guys weren't fucking there. There's a reason he was acquitted of all charges.
Exactly.
So, fuck you guys who got something bad to say about Jimmy Snuka, and that's the bottom line.
Yep, he's a damn good man. I got to share a locker room with him a couple times, and both times I did, man, I sat there with my mouth shut and my ears open.
He would make me laugh too, because he would go just about every morning. He would go out to whatever hotel we were in. He'd find the tree. He'd sit down under it. He'd put his little Walkman or his headphones in, turn on some music. He would smoke a cigarette, and then a joint, and then a cigarette, and then to breakfast, brother. To breakfast, brother. Getting kind of thirsty over here. Better get a mimosa.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Jimmy was cool, peeps. Jamie,
I watched that man chop someone. I watched someone get their damn soul chopped one day from him. God, I felt so bad for that kid.
Yeah, that was probably me, that old bastard. Jesus Christ.
No. This was at one of my indie shows I was doing. Yeah. Oh, yeah, the kid said, he goes, I want to take a chop from you tonight. And, okay.
Stupid.
I told that kid, I said, you fucked up, right? He goes, why? I was asking for a chop. I said, that's where you fucked up in life.
Because what these young guys don't understand is when you ask, say, oh, I want you to chop me, they know that you have an expectation of how hard they should hit you. So they want to do more than that. Now, if you just, if he says chop and you say, all right, he'll throw it in, still pretty fucking snug, but he won't try to knock your heart out your spine.
Yeah, he whipped this poor boy off the ropes, and he gave him that double chop.
Oh, the double. Ooh. Yeah.
I think that boy's soul bumped before his body did.
And you're laying there on the ground going, the second one hurt just as much as the first one. How is that possible?
Like I said, dude, that boy coming the back after we did a battle royal. That kid came in the back, and his chest, dude, was redder than a fucking fire truck. He's standing there catching his breath and everything, and he finally catches his breath. And my promoter at the time, my trainer too, he was like, "Are you all right?" He goes, "I think I'm having an outer body experience." He goes, "I think my body's still out there in the ring."
It's still out there blown up.
Joe laughs. He goes, "What happened?" He goes, I told Snook I wanted a chop during the battle royal. He goes, he whipped me off and gave me that double chop. And Joe shook his head. He goes, how'd it feel? He goes, I don't know yet. I'll let you know tomorrow.
Yeah, right.
Snook will come back through the ropes. Brother, you okay? You okay? Oh, damn, you powder fast. He goes, I thought I fucking killed you. He goes, you powder fast, you gone. And the kid goes, yeah. He goes, I'm okay. I just looked down and said, you lying some bitch.
Fucking Snooker one time goes ahead and gives me one of those belly chops, but didn't even let me know it was coming. He just came in with it hard as shit. So he puts me into the ropes. Then he goes, okay, brother, sunset. And he bends over for the sunset, dude. And I stomp and brought my foot up into his chest as hard as I could. All you heard was he just went arch straight backwards. That guy was always fun to work.
Oh, yeah. I love working with him. He was a good guy.
It's physical, man. When you get in there with Snooker, people go, what's Snooker's 60, right? Oh, yeah. He sure is. That means he knows a lot more and he knows when to throw it harder.
I got a story for you involving Snooker. We were working out in Maryland Championship Wrestling or MCW out there, working for Dick Karakoff, or sir, I forget how you say his last name. Karakoff, something like that. God rest his soul, man. Dude was an awesome promoter, old school promoter. He used to own NWL, and stuff like that. And he booked Snook out there. And then, well, for Maryland, you gotta go through the athletic commission, and they're a tight son of a bitch out there. You gotta get a physical, but then they come out and they got to take your blood pressure and they got to check your pulse and everything before the show starts to make sure you're safe. So I got mine done.
What state was this?
Maryland.
Maryland. Okay.
Yeah. I took my trainer with me because this was a big old mega show. Matt Hardy was on it, Mick Foley, Jimmy Snuka, the Patriot. The Handicap Heroes was on there. Zach Gowen, Gregory Irons, both good friends of mine. It was a mega show. Renee Michelle was on there, and Ruby, Matt's wife, she was just breaking into the business then too. And so we're all sitting there, you know, we're getting our shit done and stuff like that. And the athletic commissioner goes, "All right, Jimmy, you're next." And Jimmy puts a cigarette out. All right, let's go. So he checks his blood pressure and everything and stuff. And he goes, "Jimmy," he goes, "I can't clear you." Jimmy, what the fuck? He goes, "I've been doing it." He goes, "You know how long I've been wrestling?" And the guy goes, "I don't care how long you've been wrestling." He goes, "But, you know," he goes, "your blood pressure is too high right now."
Yeah, because you've been doing coke all day, haven't you, Jimmy?
Yeah. And he goes, "You know what?" He goes, "Son of a bitch." He goes, "I'm 60-something years old." He goes, "What the fuck you expect?" He goes, "I'm going to go out here and wrestle with these young kids." He goes, I die. Oh, well, I die with doing what I love. He goes, "Yeah, you're going to fucking fail me because I got high blood pressure." He goes, "You're making my blood pressure even higher right now."
Yeah, you're making me hot, brother.
Yeah. So they finally, Mick Foley came over and talked to him and got him to calm down. And Foley told the commissioner, he goes, let me go cool him off. They took a walk for a minute.
Go cool Jimmy down a little bit.
That's probably what he did. But Foley came back and they rechecked and everything. He finally made it. But yeah, it was a cool match. It was at a festival, carnival, whatever you want to call it. And the main event was Matt Hardy against I think a Patriot.
Speaking of the Patriot, how fucked up is it that the Patriot dies like 3 days before Independence Day? What kind of shit is that?
Oh yeah. It was a little weird.
That was one of the
original Patriot. Yeah. The original Patriot. Now Tom what's Tom's last? I forget what Tom's last name is, but he owns the rights to the Patriot gimmick.
Oh, okay.
So he was the one who was the Patriot at the show. The original one, Tom Zwick or something like that. He was the original. I saw that he passed away.
That was Del Wilkes.
Del Wilkes. That's right.
Yeah. Cool guy, man. We had a big memorial show for him. Buff came on and talked about him a little bit. And I was like, you know, this isn't supposed to be.
Is that before his Gigolo days?
We're not going to neither confirm nor deny Buff's Gigolo days. What I will confirm is nothing good comes out of Vegas. Trust me, I've wrestled there a dozen times. And
me too.
Good comes out of Vegas.
No, it can all stay there too.
But sorry to cut you off. Just that Dell, sometimes he gets triggered. I like.
Oh no, hey man, no, it's cool. But yeah, it was a fun show. I wrestled Robbie the Giant at that show, and I tell you what, man, probably one of the fucking stiffest rings I ever worked in my life.
Yo, what are those wooden decks?
I don't even know what it was, dude. This bitch didn't give. And you bumped, it was a thud. It was ugh. And I bumped once, and we got tangled up again. And I told Robbie, I said, "I swear to God, you try to suplex me or body slam me," I said, "I'm blocking it." I said, "I'm kicking your ass." I said, "I'm not playing." I said, "We're gonna now turn this into a carny midget comedy match." I was like, "I'm not bumping again on this." I said, "That fucking hurt."
We're going to be biting asses and kicking knees today, brother.
Exactly. That's all we did. And we messed with the referee for a while and stuff like that. Ref didn't know what the hell to do. I think he was brand spanking new because we were doing all kinds of comedy with him and he was not seasoned.
I wanted to ask you this one. You got this match on YouTube. You're working a luchador guy. He was in the ring with like a sports coat on, lucha mask. And you came out to the ring with somebody who looked like fucking Teddy Hart. Do you know what I'm talking about?
No, can you pull it up and share it, or can you?
No, we'll get shut down if we do that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Showing YouTube videos, we found out the hard way is that no fly zone.
Oh, okay. Well, can you tell me? You remember what the title of it was?
Actually, I'll look that up for you right now. It's
I'll let you know. You said Teddy Hart. Teddy Hart.
No, I said a guy who looks like Teddy Hart. It's Averance Smith versus Buddy the Bulldog.
Oh, Averance Smith. Okay, that's you talking about the guy that was on the other end of the chain?
The guy who came out to the ring with you, yeah.
Oh yeah, that's the Butcher, Glenn Chaney. That was his debut match. Me and him trained together in the same wrestling school, House of Pain Pro Wrestling School in Canton, Ohio. Me and him trained together, and I was actually his debut show is when I brought him out to the ring with me. Okay. I had a big old feud going with Average Smith, and he went and got him a tag partner, and I was like, "Oh fuck, I'm gonna bring a tag partner too," and that was the deal. Was I bring him out? He goes with me. Me and him went out and won the match. But yeah,
so
that dude that was under the mask, he's actually a very good wrestler. He helped train me too. That was his hoodie gimmick that he would do for dark matches, is what it was. But his real persona is Johnny Gunn. Damn good wrestler, man. I don't know how he didn't make it. Kid had everything.
Can we at least agree on that guy who went to the ring with you looks like the trailer park version of Teddy Hart?
Yes.
Yes.
Right. Yeah, I'll give you that one. That's why I was like, Teddy Hart. Yep. That's why I had to zone in. All right, I know you're talking about. Yeah, he's a good kid, Glenn Chaney. For a big guy, he could bump very well. Flip bump, back bump, all that. Hey, Rob, was Buddy one of the wrestlers who was at the show? Her, my ex was a ring announcer, and she messed up and ran the ring bell halfway through the midget match.
No, that wasn't Buddy, dude. That was Samson, coincidentally. His ex-wife, we needed an announcer, and she was a great speaker. She didn't know that Samson was booked on the show, and we didn't know that she was genuinely terrified of midgets. Now, when I found out she was genuinely terrified of midgets, of course, I was like, Dan, dude, come on, come here. So he scared her so bad. Halfway through the match, she hit the bell and rang it, and they just laughed and went back in there and finished their match.
Looked out, I'd have ended it, went in the back and looked at you like, hey, she rang the bell, match is over, you got to pay me.
Yeah, but I said, son of a bitch, I already paid you. What are you talking about?
I'd be like, oh, you got to pay me again.
Oh.
I know what you're talking about. I'd have flipped the envelope real quick and be like, the envelope's empty and you ain't pay me yet.
Well, you dirty little bastard.
I did that to one promoter.
You fucking corny. Did you really?
Oh, I did that to one promoter, Andrew Darcy, who actually who is inducted me into the Blue Water Elite Class 2022. I've been working for him off and on since 2013. And he always said, he goes, none of the boys can get me. You can never get over on me. The envelopes are always right. None of the boys have ever gotten me. Now, you can't rib me. Challenge accepted, motherfucker. And so one day he pays me, and I get my envelope. And there's a group of us standing around. I'm sitting there, and I feel the edge of it where it's been freshly sealed. So I just run my finger across it real quick and pop the glue back open. Gotcha, motherfucker. Slide the money out.
Close it back up.
Peel it right back down and sit there. Just my fingers. I just up and down. You know what I mean? As the boys are all talking and stuff. Slide the money in my pocket. Just keep working the envelope, knowing it's good and dry. And I walk back up to him. I throw the envelope down on the desk, mad as fuck. What the fuck is this, man? I was like, you fucking ribbing me or something? What are you talking about, Bulldog? I said, a fucking envelope, man. I said, no. I said, hey, how we do business? Yeah. What fucking money's in there? Quit trying to get over on me. I said, Darcy, I said, ain't no fucking money in there, dude. I said, this ain't how we've been doing business. I said, I said, all the boys got paid, didn't y'all? Yeah. I said, why the fuck didn't I get paid? I said, I drove 3 hours up here, to give you a micro match. I said, where the fuck's my money? This ain't how we do business. Yeah,
did he pay you again?
Nah, motherfucker, he goes, the money's in that envelope. I said, I promise you. I said, look, you can tell I haven't opened that envelope. I said, there's no fucking money in there. I said, you gave me an empty envelope that's sealed. Nah, bullshit, I did. He fucking grabbed that envelope. He goes, the money's in here. I'm taking it. I said, all right, money's in there. You can have it. I said, but if it's not, you're going to double it. Deal? All right, deal. He fucking grabs the envelope. He goes, oh, shit. Rips that top open. He goes, this hasn't even been opened yet. He goes, there's no fucking money in here. I said, nah, man. I said, what the fuck? I was like, you trying to rib me or something? I said, it's cool to do ribs and shit. I said, but not when it comes to money. I said,
yeah, what comes to my pay, bitch?
Yeah, homie don't play that. And he's like, Bulldog, he goes, I promise I put your money in here. I said, no, you didn't. I said, if you did, I said, how the hell is it in my pocket? I pulled it out and handed it to him. Dude, the boys lost it. And these are his boys that he trained. They fucking lost it. He just put his head down. He sat down in his chair and he just looked at me, put his head back down again. I said, I was like, well, here's my pay. I said, I need the other half of my pay.
Yeah, the envelope was empty.
I said, the envelope was empty. He goes, you fucking got me. He goes, you're the only one in 20 years that's got me that way. I said, yep. I said, all the boys heard you too, double or nothing. I said, need my double, man. He fucking opened his pocket and he shelled out the other again.
You fucking carny. God damn, that's dirty.
Hey, I'll tell you this much. I said, I bought the son of a bitch breakfast the next morning, though.
Yeah, goddamn well you should have. And you should have bought his beer after the show.
Oh, we had free. I had an open bar tab. Nah, I wouldn't buy shit for him. But I wound up working a show for free for him.
Here's a good money rib for you that I did to Tonga Kid. Ran around the back, giving everybody their envelopes. And that night, me and Chris Casanova, my usual co-host, were doing the tag team against Jimmy Snuka and Tonga Kid. And so Jimmy opens his envelope, pulls his cash out. Everybody's opening their gears, pulling their cash out. Sammy opened up his, looked inside, and I had put $500 Monopoly dollars in there. So he opened it up and looked at it. He goes, Uso, brother, what the fuck? And he pulls it out and he's shaking it at me. I said, dude, there's 2,500 fake dollars in there, all right? That's 2,400 fake more than you're worth, motherfucker. You should thank me. Thank God he's got a sense of humor. He started laughing. He's like,
you're lucky.
I'll fuck Sam up. Shit. Tonga Kid is 107. He's not going to fight me and win. I know better. I know not to punch a Samoan in the head. I'll grab a bat and take it to his ankles.
You might get somewhere.
That's the only chance I'd really have.
Yeah, you punch a Samoan in the fucking head, you're asking for trouble.
Oh, your hand's going to turn into dust inside the skin. It'll be like just an empty glove flopping around.
Oh,
I hit Tonga Kid. Ow.
Yeah, that's about it too. I was down in Florida one time with Johnny G, and we were getting a new van for the company, and we went to a dealership, and right there in south of Tampa, just a little south. I forget the name of the outskirts was, but Johnny's talking, with the guy wheeling and dealing, and here comes Ricky Santana around the corner. He goes, hey, Johnny, what's up? And Johnny just looks at him. I look up at him. I was like, it's Ricky. Look again. It's fucking Ricky Santana. And I said, Ricky, how you doing? He turns, looks at me. He goes, I know you? I said, nah. I said, but I know you. I said, yeah, old school. I said, I pay attention. And he goes, yeah. Johnny's, my memory isn't that great. And Johnny's like, hell yeah. He goes, I remember you, Ricky. How you doing? Because he heard me say it. We had a thing we had to do for Johnny. If somebody came up to Johnny and he didn't know who they were, he would look at one of us. Yeah, so we'd cut in real quick. Yeah, we'd cut in real quick. Like, hey, I'm Bulldog. What's your name again, man? I forget what your name is. And they would say their name, and Johnny would be like, fuck yeah, it's fucking Rob. Don't you? How you fucking forget Rob's name? Yeah, we would just look at Johnny like,
how dare they forget Rob's name?
Exactly. So he goes, hey, you guys want to meet somebody? We're like, Johnny's like, man, who the fuck you want me to meet? At that time, around the corner, here comes Haku.
Haku, love Uncle. I love Uncle.
Well, fucking Uncle comes around the corner, and he's just walking. He's in his suit and everything. I'm like, that ain't the fucking Ming I remember when I was a kid. He comes up, shake hand. We sit there and bullshit and everything, and got to pick his brain for a little while. He wound up selling us the van that we needed. And we and Johnny go driving back to his house, and Johnny tells me a story. I forget where they were at. They were somewhere taping for WCW, and Ming's family was there. And he goes, all I remember, he goes, we're at like a big old like cookout party. He goes, I remember seeing these kids grab these fucking boulders and they're throwing them at each other. He goes, regular kids, they just throw little rocks. He goes, these kids are throwing fucking boulders and bricks at each other. He goes, and I'm like, hey man, someone's kids are gonna get hurt. They're fucking throwing big ass boulders out there. And someone said, oh, that's Ming's kids. He goes, they'll be all right. He goes, in their native, country, he goes, that's what they do. They throw big ass rocks at each other and shit like that. I was like,
the Hawaiians, just like the Hawaiians supposedly back in the ancient days would use their forehead for breaking coconut. And that's why you punch a Hawaiian in the head, you're done too.
Yeah, well, Hawaiian and Samoans are one and the same.
So let me ask you this. How many times did Haku go, okay, but first give Uncle a hug and lean over and grab a hold of you? No,
he did that when we went to leave. He goes, hey, come here. He gave Uncle a hug. And then not too long ago, probably about 3 or 4 years ago, last time I was out at the CACs in Vegas, Ming and Barbarian got inducted into the CACs as a tag team. Nice. And I was sitting at a slot machine and Ming come around the corner. And I sat back. I said, what's up, Uncle? And he just looked at me real quick and he smiled and he stopped. And he goes, what are you doing? I said, I'm here at CACs. I was like, I go every year, man. And he goes, I'll catch you here a little bit. He goes, well, we'll catch up and see how you guys are doing and everything. He goes, how's that van? I said, it worked for the purpose we needed it for. I said, Johnny has since passed away.
Right.
And he goes, oh yeah. He goes, sorry. He goes, my condolences. I said, I appreciate it. And he goes, yeah, let's catch up. And of course, he got so caught up in the media and all that other stuff, he didn't get a chance to.
Right.
So
maybe I'll see you next time. I missed CAC last year. And then, of course, the pandemic shut it down for like 3 years before that, or 2 years.
They were shut down for 1 year. So last year they had it at they took it back to the plaza this past year. It's back downtown now instead of being out at the
Wild West joint.
Yeah, out there by the Rio.
The Golden Stable or something.
Something like that. Yeah. It was out there. So last year they had it at the plaza. So I'm hoping they have it at the plaza again next year because I am going. Me and Bronx, we're gonna go, and I normally stay at the plaza. It's good rooms and it's pretty fairly priced. And plus, you're right there at the end of Fremont Street. Why not? You know what I mean?
Yeah. Why not go out there and go to the place where I'm going to get in the most trouble? I'm in.
Damn right. Bunch of midgets running around, and most of us are on mobility scooters because we don't like walking real far.
Dude, I tell you what, next year I am there, dude. Can I get a scooter too?
$100 for the whole week.
I'm doing it. And then maybe this year at CAC, I'll run into you, Orndorff, and you're not going to be able to dodge me when I see you in person, motherfucker. Orndorff has been dodging me.
It was looked like a Patriot that popped up there.
Oh, no, did I say Orndorff? I meant to say Roma. God damn it. Paul Roma. Paul Roma, you piece of fucking Dago garbage. You fucking forgotten horseman. You've been dodging me for 3 years now, not wanting to come on the show. Well, guess what, Jack? I'm going to find you, and you're going to have to face me in front of the boys.
I haven't seen him out there the past couple times I've been there.
He doesn't really do that shit. He doesn't work any of the circuit anymore. He don't do the he's kind of throwing the towel in, which is why I can safely talk so much shit about him and not get fucked up. That's taking us to the end of our show, brother. So we got some time for you to throw some plugs in, man.
Nah, well, like I said, once again, the 17th, I'll be up in Port Huron for Blue Water Champion Wrestling. They have a micro show going on the 17th along with his 2022 class of elite. I'm the only one being inducted. So that'll be a big thing for me. Yeah. Also, check out Micro Wrestling All-Stars. Check us out on Facebook. That's where the scheduling is. Of course, I'm sorry, but I'm no longer doing in-ring competition. You may catch me at a show doing some manager stuff or something of that nature. But as far as that, man, and then if you guys want to go to Buddy Wilson on Facebook, feel free to send me a friend request. Like I said, I try to accept everybody's as much as I can, and like I said, you want to throw a shout out or want to say hey or whatever, my Facebook messenger, I always try to reply as much as I can.
Fuck
or
yeah!
You catch me on Twitch also under Buddy _the_ Bulldog. I'm on Twitch on there too, so.
People keep telling us we need to get on Twitch as well, and I just simply, am lazy, so I haven't.
Get on there and get on. What do you mean can't afford to get on? It's free to be on there.
No, I didn't say can't afford. I just said I haven't because I'm lazy.
Oh yeah, no, you can get on there, man. Get monetized and you get paid.
Yep, get paid. That's what we all about in wrestling.
Yep.
Man, I appreciate you hanging out with us again. We're going to have to do it again soon. And let me just tell you guys something. If you have an opportunity to go out and catch some midget wrestling, you need to fucking do it. It is not just an oddity, it's not just a special attraction kind of thing. Like, you'll actually go in there and see some pretty fucking good psychology in the wrestling mixed in. And
psychology, what's that?
And you get the hottest fucking crowds at your shows, man. And real quick, guys, I'm going to let you know that I booked Kevin Nash in the main event of the show once. And then I booked Patterson and Todd Stone to work each other at the right after intermission. Man, when the midgets got done, half the crowd fucking left.
Yep.
And I was like, holy shit, dude.
That's why we're always semi-main.
Yeah, that's what, from that point on, it was main. Fuck semi-main.
I've done, I think, honestly, in my 14 years, I think I've done like 5 mains. Other than that, I've always been semi-main.
Yeah. Well, that's usually because they want their champ to be like the big portion of the show. But, dude,
most of the time when I was main, their champ would come out and we'd beat the shit out of them. Or something like that.
But, and even still, like the local indie guy who's got the belt, nobody extra is paying to come see him. That's just the way of it. He's a part of that local ingrained community.
Midgets put asses in seats.
That's fucking right. And we found that out the hard way. I remember when half the crowd left, I was talking to Nash, and he's like, I don't know what you thought was going to happen. Like, seriously? You knew this would happen? I should have put you on earlier. And he's like, yeah, you should have. Oh, you motherfucker.
He didn't care. He got paid.
Yeah, he got paid. We got paid. Everybody got paid. Just I would have liked to have had a bigger, hotter crowd for the main event rather than we come back from intermission, do them, and then it's just crickets the rest of the night until Nash comes out. Sucks. Anyway, guys, that's going to do it for us. We'll be back next week. Buddy, brother, I appreciate you coming on. And
I appreciate you, man. Thank you, guys.
To the rest of you riders, the rest of you maniacs who hang out with us here each and every week, we fucking love you, man. And make sure to send Chris and Jimmy well wishes to take some Robitussin and get over their AIDS as soon as possible. And until then, we'll see you guys next week.